Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this E3 prediction show. Today, my name is Killjoy, and today I want to go over Nintendo's E3 conference, direct, that kind of thing that's going to be coming up. I'm only really going to do it for Nintendo because that's kind of the one I'm most excited for, but I am going to be covering all the others pretty much. I am looking forward to what the other companies show off, but today we're going to look at Nintendo's one and what I think is going to show off in this direct. I'm expected to be completely wrong on most of this stuff, but rather than just give you like, you know, oh, we'll probably see this and see that and like, you know, the stuff we already know about, instead I want to talk about games and predictions that I think are a little bit more out there. Like some of this stuff's going to be a bit more grounded, but just to give you an idea of what's coming out this year, or what's supposed to be coming out this year, we've got Mario Maker 2 this month, we've got Luigi's Mansion 3 coming, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem in July, Astral Chain in August, Link's Awakening, Daemon X Machina, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Those are like the big ones. So I'm not really going to talk about those per se, like, because we know that those games are going to get shown off this, but I'm going to talk about other predictions that I want to make and have a stab at and see if we get that kind of stuff. So let's start with prediction number one. In this direct, there will be 2 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC characters shown off. One of them will be for June, probably the end of June, I think. I don't think they're going to shadow drop it. And the other one will be for August, September time. Now, the reason I think they're going to show off 2 characters rather than just one is that we haven't seen... Joker got like a trailer in December, they chucked that together, and he came out in April. But we haven't had anything since then. We've not had any trailers, nothing about these characters. So I feel like what they're probably going to do is they're going to show off a trailer for the first character, whoever that's going to be. Then they're going to show us some gameplay, and then they're going to say coming June, and they're probably going to give a date for it. And then I think at the end of the direct, they're going to show off another trailer for another character and some gameplay, and they're going to just put like summer on it, or just like August or September or something like that. Now I'm going to do a separate video on like characters I think they're going to be coming, but I really do think that we're going to get 2 characters shown off. So that'll be character number 2 and character number 3, which leaves them 2 more left afterwards. But yeah, I think they're going to open with a character, I think they're going to close with a character. I could be wrong, they might just shove them both together, but we'll see. But I do believe that's what we're going to get. Prediction number 2, and probably the most negative one that I've got here, is Animal Crossing, Link's Awakening, or Daemon X Machina will get delayed to 2020. The reason I picked those 3 games is Link's Awakening I see as like a December type style game anyway. That's kind of where I gathered it would be coming out. It's also not the biggest game. Like, it's big because it's a remake of a Zelda game. But I can see they're getting pushed back to early next year, sometime between January and March. Daemon X Machina had a demo, and apparently people didn't like the game, and there is no release date for that game currently. And I have this feeling that could be, instead, that game might get pushed back to early next year, February slot, fill in, that kind of time. Or it'll be Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing we've seen nothing of, apart from a trailer at the end of a Smash video. I feel like Animal Crossing, they won out this year. And I think the same with Link's Awakening. I could see Daemon X Machina getting put into that for January, February, March slot. Probably January or February. So we'll see. But I think, yes, one game on this list, out of those 3, sorry, is going to get delayed until next year. Okay, prediction number 3. A brand new game gets shown off, and for me, I've put down F-Zero or Advance Wars. And what I mean by a brand new game, I mean something we haven't seen for a while. So a series we haven't seen for a while is getting a brand new game, and they're going to show this off at E3. Now, I've put F-Zero, Advance Wars. I'm very biased. I want to see a brand new game in either of these series, because that's the one thing, apart from Smash, like, I know about Mario Maker that's coming out. I'm excited for that. Like, there's good stuff that's coming out this year, but I really want some of these older franchises to get some love, and now is the time to do it, considering how well the Switch is doing. So, start with F-Zero. F-Zero GX on the GameCube is a fucking phenomenal game, and I love it, and I really, really, really want a new game, like a racing game that's just fast and furious, and, you know, has that great kind of, like, gravity racing that the F-Zero is known for. Pretty much all of them are considered pretty good. I just want to see a new one. I mean, I wouldn't be like over the moon about it, but if they brought like an HD remake of F-Zero GX to Switch, I would be quite happy with that. But a brand new one, it is so overdue. We need a new F-Zero game. And Advance Wars is a game that is a game series that is very near and dear to my heart. I love the turn-based strategy of it. Unfortunately, Intelligent Systems seem to be just making Fire Emblem and Paper Mario games now. But there was a thing last year, I think one of the guys that works on it said, yeah, they really do want to make a new one. And I kind of feel like this is the time. Give us a new one for Switch. Like, Switch is perfect for turn-based games. You got Civilization on there, you got Wargroove. There's probably others, but those are the two that come to mind. You got like board game style games now. I really, really hope we get a new Advance Wars. I mean, I might actually like just lose my head. Like, I was just over the moon if we get anything like that. And even if we get like a collection come to Switch, that would be really cool. But yeah, like. I'm saying it now, I always get this wrong, but I really want a new F-Zero or Advance Wars from a franchise that's been a bit dormant for a while to come to Switch in a big new way, so fingers crossed. Number 4. No Metroid Prime 4 news, but we're going to get a Samus Returns port for the Switch. So Samus Returns was the remake of Metroid 2 for the 3DS. It's an absolute brilliant game. But I think they want to show something Metroid. They can't show Metroid Prime 4, apart from we know it's restarted, we know that it's coming. But, and other people think Metroid Prime Trilogy is going to get shown off, but I think it would be really cool if they were like, hey, remember that really good game on the 3DS? Well, now it's on Switch, we've up-resed it all. Perfect. Probably wouldn't take them a lot of time. I think it makes sense. I think bringing Samus Returns to Switch is brilliant, because it's still a portable game. Like, you can still play it portably, and it will look nicer on that screen. But being able to play that on the big TV would be great. That's a game I would definitely rebuy. Like, I really like that game. I think it's fantastic. So, yeah, I think no Metroid Prime 4 news, no Metroid Prime Trilogy news, but Samus Returns gets a Switch port, and it's going to come out probably September time. Like, it's probably been working on it. It's not going to take him a huge amount of work. Boom. Number 5, a brand new Mario sports game will get shown off. So we had the Mario Aces, the tennis one. Last year, whenever it was, and I think we're going to get a new Mario sports game shown off. I would really, really like it to be Mario Strikers. I love the football games, they're amazing. It's essentially playing Mario Kart with a football, but I think it'll be that or golf. And if we're really unlucky, it'll be Mario Baseball, because that's a game I've never played, I have no interest in playing. But Strikers or golf would be good. Like, I do like the golf games, they're very colourful, they're very fun, but Strikers, Charged, and Smash Football were both fantastic games. The GameCube one is a bit less crazy, but they are both incredible games, and I really want to see a new one come to Switch, like, especially for this European audience. Like, we love the football over here. But yeah, I think a brand new sports game is going to get shown off in some capacity. So yeah, and it's always been a fairly good line, so fingers crossed for that. Next one, number 6. Nintendo are going to show no new like hardware revisions, nothing like that, but they are going to show a bunch of new Joy-Con colours and Pro Controller colours. So I think like we've got like the neon red, neon blue, we've got the grey ones, we've got the ones with Smash on them. There's like varying different ones, and I think they're going to show off some to match up with maybe some games that are coming out. Maybe like with Link's Awakening, they'll put like Zelda symbols on it. Maybe like we had the Diablo ones as well. I think I can't remember if they had things on them or not. But I think, you know, we've got Pokemon coming out, so we might get some ones with Pokemon. All that kind of stuff. I think we're going to see some either packing special editions of these or just new Joy-Con colours and Pro Controller colours. Because I've got a Pro Controller right here, and it is the Splatoon one, and I love it. It's a pink and green colour, and that's like awesome. And most of the Pro Controllers look amazing, so would love to see some more designs of those, special editions of those. Alright. Number 7. There will be at least one massive third-party surprise shown off at Nintendo's E3 conference, or Direct, and it'll be a company like Blizzard, like EA, Activision, Ubisoft, someone like that, like a real big thing. There is a rumor circling at the moment that Witcher 3 is coming, and that'll be like the big game. But I feel like this might be the time for Activision to jump on board and be like, hey, we've got a version of Call of Duty coming to Switch. They've yet to bring one over. I don't know if they're that bothered by it, but I think there will be some big third-party game shown off. They're like, hey, this is why you want to buy it on Switch. It's got like control, the HD rumble, it's got the control, it's got the portability. I think we are going to see a huge game like that. If it's Blizzard, I think it would be Overwatch. If it was EA, that's a tough one. Maybe they bring over like a Mass Effect trilogy or something. Like, it would definitely be an older port for EA. Activision, I do believe if they were going to do anything, it would be Call of Duty. And then Ubisoft would be some brand new franchise like Mario Rabbids 2 or something. Or maybe more Assassin's Creed stuff to the Switch. But yeah, we're going to see one giant spotlight shone on this game. They're like, hey, there's now a version of this game on the Switch and it's coming out this year. Okay, number 8. I put that we're going to get ports of Paper Mario Color Splash and Pikmin 3 announced. And then what they're going to also say is that they will, after they've announced these will be the last 2 games that they're going to port over from the Wii U in terms of first-party stuff. That means we probably won't get Fire Emblem FE or anything else they made. I think at some point we are going to get Paper Mario Color Splash, we're going to get Pikmin 3, or we're going to get a Pikmin trilogy, and that stuff's going to get announced. We're going to spend very little time on it. They're just saying, hey, there's a port of this coming, it's coming out here, there's a port of this coming, or a trilogy of Pikmin, and it's coming at this point. And they will get announced and given rough dates, and that'll be it. They won't spend much more time on it than that, but then they'll also be like, yeah, we're not bringing any other Wii U games over. And I think that's something that would make a lot of sense, just to be like, hey, we've got these games, they're coming out. Number 9. Nintendo's going to show off a brand new remake of an older game, and it's probably going to be a Mario game, but it could be, Wave Race, Wario Land, F-Zero, Metroid. It could be any. It won't be Zelda because we've got Link's Awakening coming, but I think they could do the Super Mario Land games, so 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 3 is Wario, the first one we play Wario, but Super Mario Land 1 and 2 maybe get complete remakes. Could be Sunshine, could be 64. I don't think it'll be Galaxy. So it'll be GameCube and earlier. Or it might be the Wario Land games, or it could be another Metroid game, Fusion, Super Metroid, Wave Race, something like that. Some big remake of a game, or from an older game from a series that I put Wave Race on there because that's the kind of thing I think would go down pretty well. That and F-Zero would be really cool. But like a brand new version of something. Like I said, it won't be Zelda because we're getting Link's Awakening already. They're not going to double dip into that and try and eat their own market. I think they're going to announce a new one. Be like, hey, here you go. Here's a remake of this game. Like that. So like Samus Returns for the 3DS was a really good remake of Metroid 2. If they go down the Game Boy route, there are plenty of good games on there that could be remade to new visuals, new gameplay things, like make them just better games and bring them to Switch. Donkey Kong 94 would be also another really good game if they remade that. Moving on from there then, number 10, I've actually put down a new Wario Land gets announced, but if I'm if I'm unlucky, it'll be a WarioWare game. But I think Wario Land is a really, really good series. Shake It, or Shake Dimension on Wii, is one of the nicest looking games ever made. It's also one of the best games ever made in terms of platformers. I really, really want a new Wario Land game, and I think this would be a great, you've got Mario Maker now, but you haven't got a big platform game coming out later in the year. This would be a perfect December game. Like, hey, boosh, there's a new Wario Land game for the Switch. Put it out the same month as Link's Awakening, or sometime in November, beginning of December. Perfect. And I just really want one. I really, really want a new Wario Land game because they are so good. I wasn't a big fan of 4, but 1, 2, 3, and Shake It were really good games. So, fingers crossed. And if it is a WarioWare game, it's not the end of the world. It's just, I want a new Wario Land game. They're fun because Wario is just a very different character to play as. His attitude, the way he controls, his abilities, they're a lot of fun, and I just want to see a new one of those made. Alright, number 11, so the last 2 now. Bayonetta 3 finally gets shown off. I really don't see them holding on to this much longer. I think they just need to be like, hey, here's a trailer. I don't think it's coming this year, but they need to be like, coming spring or something. This could be a perfect March game for next year. They've been working on it for a couple years now, or might be like 3 years in December, but I think they go, hey, Bayonetta 3, you want to see some gameplay? Boosh! And they just show off a quick, 30-second trailer. It doesn't need much more context, but just at the end it just says coming spring, coming spring 2020 or something like that. That's all they need for it. would be great. Like, I really, really like Bayonetta 2. 1 I do enjoy as well, but 2 is just fantastic, and I am very excited for the 3rd one. So, Bayonetta 3 finally gets shown off. And then my last prediction here, Retro Studios shows up with anything. Something. Maybe. What the hell has Retro been doing for these last few years? I mean, helping out with different games, you know, but they must be working on something. We know that they're now working on Metroid Prime 4, but they can't have just been sat around just helping out with games. They must have been doing something, a project of some kind. I'm not going to say that they're going to turn up with this or that or whatever, but I do believe this is now the time for them to turn up and be like, hey, we've been working to help with this game, or we've been working on this. Something to show that they haven't just been, you know, whatever they've been doing. So, fingers crossed we finally hear more about that company, because Retro, so far, everything they've made and helped on has been magic. So that's a company that I can trust in terms of knowing that they put quality and time into their games, and that's why I'm excited about Metroid Prime 4. But whatever they're working on and helping on, or whatever they've been doing, when that gets shown off or announced, or it's said, oh, we've done this, it'll be finally good to see, there we go, there's where the time and effort's gone. So, very excited about that. But that is my predictions for Nintendo's E3 conference. I've tried to go a little bit, you know, away from just saying this will get a date, this will get a date, this will get delayed, that kind of stuff, and look at what Nintendo could potentially show off. I don't think all of these 12 things that I've put here, I don't think they're all going to come true. I would like to see maybe 3 or 4 of them, and I think out of that, my biggest one would be a new F-Zero Advance Wars and a new Wario Land game. That would be really cool, and probably a Mario sports game. Strikers, Wario Land, and F-Zero or Advance Wars, we're not going to get both, but if we do get both, amazing. But if those 3 things happen, I'll be super happy. Like, I won't even care about the rest of the stuff they show off and like dates and things, because honestly, like, I just want to go in and have at least 1 or 2 surprises, things that make me go, yes, I can't wait to get that on my Switch. And I've already got that in Super Mario Maker 2. That's going to be incredible. But like some of these other big games coming out this year, I'm not that sort of fussed about. We've got like Astral Chain, that looks pretty good. Daemon X Machina hopefully will be better when we get to play it. Animal Crossing I've never been a fan of. Sword and Shield, we'll see. Maybe I get that, maybe I don't. Like, this is a pretty good year for Nintendo. They've got big games coming out. They're just not necessarily the big games that I want to play. Mario Maker 2 is, because that's flipping amazing. Like, the first one was incredible. But we will see. Like, fingers crossed for Wario Land, fingers crossed for Strikers, and fingers crossed for F-Zero and Advance Wars, or both. That'd be amazing. But thank you very much for listening, as always, guys. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more of this content, hit subscribe. And obviously, feel free to comment down below and have a conversation with us about it, because we will reply. But those are my thoughts. Those are my predictions. But and also expect more. I've got more stuff coming, hopefully for this week of E3. But thank you again, and I will see you next video.